Okay, here's how to teach yourself product design. I've never taken a class in design. I'm not artistic in any sense, but I've helped design over 5 products, built many brands from zero to, millions of users. So here's just how I've self-taught myself and what you can do too without spending any money. So the first thing you're going to do is study others. So the main thing that people really don't talk about in product design is how much everyone replicates other people's stuff. So if you look at a really big company, like even if you look at the interface of TikTok, they've tested this format a ton. Where's the button placement? How big are the buttons? What's the flow of the app? What's the onboarding like? All that has been tested meticulously. You as a new designer, you probably don't have millions or billions of dollars to invest. So what you're going to do is just take what you can from really great products that you respect, understand why they did those things and the thinking behind them. And it's going to be like a master class in learning product design. The second thing is, I don't think the best way to learn is just getting started in Figma. The best way to actually learn is to use pen and paper. Start to draw things out, just boxes, simple buttons, simple text, and it's going to be super insightful for how to actually do design. Most people get too caught up in trying to learn how to use a new software when really what you need to be doing is just learning how to design well. After that, and once you start to get like hold of some core fundamentals, design a couple apps just on pen and paper, then get into something like Figma. And at that point, you're just going to be doing something called wireframes. Don't be trying to do super high fidelity designs yet. Just, what's the general layout with like squares and boxes and circles and the text and where does this go? Where does that go? Take very popular applications and try and recreate them and see how all the things fit together. It's going to be super insightful. I would literally take layouts like, copy like LinkedIn, or I'd copy, like Twitter or whatever, and I'd just redesign it and be like, oh, the button's up here, the logo thing's up here, settings down there. You'll start to see a lot of patterns. And then also you'll start to be like, oh, these are ways I can improve this platform. So just be copying platforms that you think are really cool and just recreating them. Then you can get more into higher leverage things. Like, for example, now the best way to do product design is actually doing it code first. So learning how to use a platform like Bolt or Lovable, and then later using a platform like Cursor, where you can actually just describe the things instead of actually putting it into a box. Most of product design is going to be like that in the future, and finding the right aesthetic to match the actual skeleton that you created. Um, Most of this is just around consistent learning and having a desire to make a product better over time. The reality of product design is you're going to start with something that is, not perfect to any degree, but you want to make the product 1% better, 10%, 20% better all the time. How can you go through your onboarding from start to finish? How can you make this smoother? Where are users falling off, etc.? These are the questions that product designers ask themselves and are constantly obsessing over. So if you are just interested and hungry and passionate about making a beautiful product, that is the most important metric to be successful in this career. I hope you found this helpful. Drop me a follow if you did. And until next time, my friend.